Welcome to Nordic Market News, Friday, November the 4th. This program is brought to you by Nyhetsbyrån Direkt in Stockholm, Sweden, on behalf of Infront. We summarize the past week's most market-affecting news every Friday. Looking at each country's stock market index, it has been an uphill battle or a downhill race, which continues into today's trade. Helsinki 25 is minus 3.4% this week, or minus 0.8 today. OMXS30 in Stockholm, minus 3.3 or minus 0.7 today. OSEBX in Norway, minus 2.5 or minus 0.6 today. Copenhagen 20, minus 4.6 or minus 1.6 today. Nordic 40, minus 4.2 or minus 1.1 today. In Denmark, it's been a rough week for Novo Nordisk after last week's third quarter report. The report was in line with the market expectations, but the negative prospect on the company growth has had a severe effect on the stock and the investors. This Wednesday, the former American Democratic presidential candidate runner-up, Bernie Sanders, has given Novo Nordisk some extra headache thanks to a couple of tweets. Sanders questions the prices of insulin from life science companies, including those from Novo Nordisk. The stock dropped 2% after the tweets was picked up by the media. On the other hand, jewelry maker Pandora reported a third quarter exceeding the market expectations. An SME Direkt survey showed an expected pre-tax result of 1.66 billion Danish kroner, but Pandora came in at 1.78 billion. The stock traded on plus after the Q3 presentation, but has since then turned downwards, trading at minus 10% compared to 1 week ago. In Sweden, Collector, Dometic, Lundin Petroleum and Unibet are some of the companies having reported their quarterly reports this week. Most reports have been solid, but due to the overall negative stock exchange climate, most company stocks have dropped during the past week. Hexagon CEO Ola Rollén has experienced turbulence with the Norwegian National Economic Crimes Bureau, suspecting Rollén has been part of illegal insider trade. Last month, Rollén bought 284,000 stocks in Norwegian company Next Biometrics, which made the Norwegian authorities react. Rollén was detained throughout the week, but yesterday, Thursday, the news was announced that he will be released tomorrow, Saturday the 5th. Rollén has consistently claimed his innocence throughout the week. And furthermore, due to the All Saints holiday or Halloween, the Swedish stock exchange closed today at 1 p.m. Looking at Finland, during this week, Helsinki 25 companies Nokian, Metsä, Outokumpu and Sampo has announced their Q3 reports with various success. The Outokumpu stock has dropped minus 3% this week and are dropping more than 1% on opening trade today. However, yesterday's Q3 report was solid and exceeded the market expectations. Outokumpu reported a Q3 operating result of 40 million euro. Expected was 19.8. The Finnish export to Russia is increasing. The survey is done twice a year, and during the last 6 months, the export has increased, interrupting the trend of negative development. Most companies believe the Russian economy are stabilizing and will continue to do so, making export attractive for Finnish business. In Norway, Marine Harvest reported their Q3 this Wednesday, November the 2nd. The operating result was 180 million Norwegian kroner compared to expected 178 million. Pareto, as well as other experts, foresaw the positive development in Marine Harvest and are following the report up with a buy recommendation. Media group Schibsted reported an EBITDA today of 572 million Norwegian kroner in Q3 of this year compared to 556 million same period of last year. The expected level was 510 million. Looking globally, the American election is closing in and the country as well as the world seems to hold its breath until the election is over. Since last week, when FBI reopened its investigation into Hillary Clinton's email affairs, investors fear Trump's chances are increasing and hold off investing until the result is in after November the 8th. The election also explains how Federal Reserve left the prime rate unchanged on Wednesday's meeting, not surprising the market nor the experts since Federal Reserve never has changed the prime rate this close to an election. Focusing on the European Union, during the weekend, the CTA agreement, a free trade agreement between EU and Canada, was finally signed. The Belgian minister from Wallonia was the only one opposing the agreement, and after intense discussions, changed his mind. The agreement expects to give a $1 billion upswing to the European Union. This week we had a turn of the month from October to November, meaning plenty of macro statistics are released into the news flow. The Euro countries, EMU, announced their Purchasing Manager Index today, PMI, for the month of October, coming in at an index level of 53.3 compared to 52.6 for September, and the 53.3 was somewhat better than expected. That was the headlines for today's program. For our Swedish-speaking viewers, we recommend our daily program Taking Direct on air again, live every weekday at 10 a.m. The show can be viewed at our YouTube channel, Direkt.se. We will be back again next Friday with another summary of the Nordic news. Thank you for watching.